Hi guys, I'm Sandy and today I want to talk to you about mornings. But first tell me, how is your morning routine? Do you actually have a routine or do you just do what's needed to get going and start your day? Leave me a comment below letting me know. I would love to hear from you. If I'm honest, I have always been a make it up as you go along kind of person when it comes to mornings, but lately, and I think it happened during the lockdown, I've discovered how important it is to have a morning ritual, if you will, and how not having one was really impacting my days in a negative way. So that's what this video is all about, the 10 things you do in the morning that can pretty much ruin your day. Not dramatic at all, am I? Okay, let me try that again. I am here to tell you the 10 worst things you can do in the morning and how they impact your day, no matter what you do afterwards. That didn't go much better, did it? I'm a hopeless drama queen, I guess. So, let's just get right to it, shall we? Now, the first morning habit you should definitely avoid is to hit the snooze button. Yes, I'm aware of how many people love doing that, but tell me honestly, how do you feel when the alarm goes off again and this time you really need to get up? I'm willing to bet you don't feel energized or fresh. You probably feel groggy and confused and very low energy because you had just fallen asleep, only to be rudely awakened again. Plus, it greatly increases the chances of you having to rush or being late, and that is no way to start the day. So just place your alarm away from the bed so you'll have to get up to mute it and start your day when you do it the first time. Okay, this next mistake people make once they're finally awake is to pick up their phone. Okay, I have to admit I do this one too, because in my line of work, the first thing I want to see in the morning is how many new subscribers I have, how many new comments, what you guys have to say after watching the videos, you know, that kind of thing. Which, well, honestly, only makes it worse than people who just grab their phones in the morning to go on social media. Having a smartphone means having the world with you at all times. And when you wake up, you want to be calm and centered and focused on your needs, not just getting all this influx of information and stimulation as soon as you open your eyes. It is not a quiet, relaxing way to wake up, which is what we should be doing instead. So, what do you say? Shall we do this? Leave our smartphones away from our beds and only look at it, let's say during breakfast, maybe even later? We can do this, right? Okay, you are up, you haven't looked at your phone, what do you do next? Well, this next mistake is what you're not doing as soon as you get out of bed, which is to stretch. Nothing will get your body more ready to start your day comfortably than stretching, to remove all that stiffness from lying down for so long, to prepare your body to move for whatever you're doing during your day. Taking a minute out of your morning to stretch makes all the difference in your energy levels and prevents unnecessary injuries. Followed by a much needed shower. Not showering in the morning is setting you up for a not so great day. Think about it for a second. When do you feel the most confident in your skin? When you've had a nice warm shower and you're all clean and smelling fresh, or when you've just gotten out of bed, changed into your clothes and move on? Not to mention that if you're still struggling to get out of that sleep daze, a nice warm shower will go a long way with waking up your senses and getting you ready to face the day. I will also add though that you need to keep that temperature in check, okay? A cold or a warm shower is a good thing. A hot bath will only make you sleepy and way too relaxed. So, you're up, you're stretched and showered. Now comes one of the most important mistakes you can make with your mornings, which is to have too many decisions. Here's the thing, if you don't plan ahead and leave all the decision making to the next day, like when you really have to decide, your mornings will be tiring at best, stressful at worst. What to wear, what to have for breakfast, what to prepare for lunch. Geez, I'm tired already. So don't, okay? Prepare your clothes the night before your meals too. Create a predictable morning routine that will let you know what comes next instead of you having to decide. And speaking of decisions, here's an easy one for you. Deciding to tap that like button if you're enjoying this video, of course. That way, you are supporting my channel by letting YouTube know it's a video worth showing to as many people as possible. Also, if you want to see more, subscribe and watch all the latest content as soon as it gets published. Okay, so in that morning routine of yours, the next predictable step should be to make the bed. Here's why not making your bed is a big mistake. Messy bed, messy head pretty much says it all, right? If your bedroom is a mess, odds are your head won't be as clear or productive. Plus, looking around, and seeing an organized, harmonious space goes a long way with helping you start your day on a positive note. And if you don't believe me, test it out. Go into your room. If it's a mess with clothes all over the place and an unmade bed, try and see how you feel. Do you feel good? Do you feel positive, in control? Okay, now tidy up your room, make that bed, collect those clothes and everything else that's out of place. Clean it up if necessary. Now look around and tell me how you feel. Much better, right? Now imagine you coming home after a long day and walking into your room how would you feel better? If it was a mess or if it was presentable? I guarantee that if you start making your bed every morning, you'll have much more motivation to keep your room tidy. So just start and see how it goes, okay? Now, you're presentable and so is your bedroom. Time for our next very common mistake, which is skipping breakfast. Closely followed by eating unhealthy food for breakfast. Now, I know you know all of this, but I still have to mention it anyway. Breakfast is really important. For years and years, I didn't have breakfast because I was never hungry in the morning, and sometimes I would even be kind of nauseated with the idea of eating. But I also know how bad that was for my day energy-wise, because often I would be in class and become really weak and unfocused and extremely hungry. Having breakfast means adding fuel to your body after many hours of not eating, while a lot of very important bodily processes took place, right? So eating and choosing carefully what you eat is very important. Pick protein over sugar and make sure you'll be okay for longer instead of getting those huge cravings during the morning that will make you eat the first piece of junk food you see. Yes, those cravings. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And while we're on the subject of nutrition, don't forget to drink enough water. And this is also a big mistake because for most people, mornings mean coffee, right? And again, your body has had no food or water for many hours. Hydrating to start your day and your metabolism is the best way to get started. Plus, it does wonders for your skin and your overall appearance. So keep that in mind, okay? Moving on, our next very common mistake is to be negative. And I get how hard this one is, okay? Because sometimes, maybe a lot of times, you are not looking forward to that day. I get it. Maybe you don't like your work and you wish you were doing something else instead. Or maybe it's going to be a particularly hard day filled with things you hate. But here's the thing, starting the day with a bad attitude, with a negative outlook, won't make any of the things you need to do any better. What you focus on, you attract. And if you focus on the positives, and I'm thinking your days have to have a couple of positives, the negative will be secondary to those positive, great things. So try and do that instead. Maybe the sun's out and the sky is blue. Maybe you're meeting a friend for lunch. Maybe you'll get to go to your favorite gym class after work, or for drinks, or whatever it is you like to do after a hard day's work. Focus on those, the things you are looking forward to, and get through the ones you aren't with a much better attitude. Okay, the last mistake a lot of people make, which is rushing. I get that we all like to stay in bed for as long as possible, but getting out of bed late and rushing everything instead of calmly going through your morning routine is a sure way to make you stressed and anxious from the start, which won't do you any favors for the rest of your day. So allow yourself the time to do things, to have that quiet breakfast, to get to work on time, to do everything that needs to be done without stress. If you're not convinced it makes a world of difference, try doing it both ways and see how you feel. You deserve calm, you deserve quiet, you deserve a morning routine that sets you up for a great, productive day. Now, before you go, I also think you will love this video about finding your purpose and what you can do to live the life you were meant to live all along. Who would want that? That is it for me today, and I will see you over there. Bye bye!